Oh, it's a frosty old morning. The last time I checked outside last night, it was pissing down and blowing a gale. Is this what Doris has done to us all? She turned up, blew us all off, got us all wet, then frosted all over us. Eh? Right, so, just want to, it's had something in my mind, I want to get off my chest, like, how come, oh, we've got a legend driving here. Look at this, undertake and no indicate. So, we got, I say a situation going on, like, basically, the way we're developing as a race and species, we should be advancing. And the collective mind doesn't seem to be doing that. I mean, there's an argument that we are, growing as nations. I mean, when I was born in late 80s, 89, we were just in like the end / the beginning. We were actually in the beginning of the technological era. We'd just come out a few years before that industrial kind of scene. It's bright and sunny. So yeah, but if you apply the theory of logic, okay, so something everybody should do once or twice a day, that when a child is born, if you put everything that the father knows and everything that the mother knows into that child, then that child should be twice the person that the mother and father was. And now, if you obviously apply that to every single child, I mean, it's never going to happen because not every child gets that chance. But if that was to happen, the majority, if not 90% of the whole conscious minds of the children should be out living and out thinking and let's say their parents. But what's stopping us? Because it took me till 23 to even gain a fraction of a conscience. What I knew before I was 23 was like having a really big plate of food, but none of it contained any nutrition. So there I was with a swole body and swollen muscles and an ego out here thinking that, I'm the alpha dog, you can touch me and I know everything about nutrition and, I'm a gym goer, it's typical bro science, when actually I knew nothing about life itself. I was never taught any of this, not by my parents, not by the education system, not by any form of higher education. I mean, yes, probably the information was there, well, definitely the information was there, but I never came across that path until I was 23. So how can we get it into the minds of the children? That's what we need to be getting it into them, especially in the first 5 years. They're in a state of, I think they're in that, I can't remember if it's theta or delta brainwave, but they're basically, children up to 5 years old are in a state of hypnosis. And so you can fill their heads full of anything, and when they'll gradually, flow into that role. So if anything, basically every day of that child's life until they're 5 years old, if you just keep putting messages in there like, you're amazing, you can do anything, you're an amazing child, we love you, all forms of happy, flowing, positive messages. That child turns 5 years old, he's going to be an absolute diamond, a credit to this universe. Now, I don't want to say that any child is a hindrance to the universe, but the way that the distractions have now been set up, like, I don't want to say education is a distraction, but children aren't getting educated in the right things in mainstream education. They're not getting taught basic longevity tactics, how to live the longest, with the right nutrition plan, fruits, vegetables, abundance. Not getting taught things like how to change a plug, basic home repair, getting taught to follow their own path. Whereas the education system is all about, don't speak out of turn, here's your structure, follow it, respond to your name when called, follow the bell as well, follow the bell mentality, and you get judged based upon how well you can absorb information and then regurgitate it out onto an exam paper. Somewhere along the line I think we've gone wrong. So I'm not going to say it's through malice because I don't want to land myself in any trouble. It's, maybe it's by design, maybe it's not. But there's other forms of education like Montessori, Steiner, Maharishi that base their practices completely differently and also have extremely high success rates. I'll say no more. But the distractions of life, especially for young children now, especially the computer games, the fast food, the outlets, let's go and have a day out to the shops, but then obviously there's all these fast food chains, and it's brain rot, and it's body rot, which equals brain rot. It just makes the kid slow down. Well, actually, the sweets, the E numbers will make the kid spike, and they'll just go, oh, I can't see myself, just go out of control, and then they'll crash. And that's when you'll get a kid that's really naughty because it's too hyped up, doesn't know how to control the energy, which is completely different from fruit sugar energy. When I charge Hagen upon the fruit juice and the natural sugars, you see him, he's buzzing, running around, he knows what he wants and he knows where to go, but he doesn't bubble over, or very rarely bubbles over. It's contained excitement. When I'm flashing, yeah. Good lad. Yeah. So that's the difference between E numbers and fruit sugar, natural sugar. There's a different kind of energy, and you'll see it. You'll see it if you're consciously aware of it. And obviously the fruit sugar doesn't have the downward spike at all, nowhere near as bad as the artificial E numbers. Kids come down, they crash, they're now under carbs, and they're whinging, naughty, and tired and upset. Sorry I diverse there, but then you've got, as they grow up, they get the distractions like, what was I into? Cartoons, World Wrestling Entertainment, WWF it was back then, and video games. All things that keep us from reaching our full potential. It's basically time consumers. I mean, yeah, you can get really good at a video game. I've gone off point again here. You can get really good at a video game and you can feel that sense of reward for doing so. I used to love it when I used to complete a level on, mind you, I was more into sporting games, but just like hitting your Grand Theft Auto, I played that a few times, and when you do a mission, it's like, yeah, it's like self-achievement. But all it is a waste of time. You're not actually adding any value to your life. Whereas, these children need to be focused and centered upon, what is your path? What do you love to do? What can us as parents give you our time to help you get the most out of your time? So they need to be actively centered towards, do we like to sing? Do we like to dance? Do we like to write? Do we like to draw? Do we like to go out running and do some sports? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with physical participation, as long as it's, centered towards something that is really rewarding. We know that sport is a distraction, but if your child is absolutely blessed at football, there's a chance he could really gain some enjoyment out of that and make himself a career. Then why not go and follow his dream if that's his dream? I was doing rugby from like the age of 6 until 17 because I was good at it and I loved it, and I was making a career out of it. I was getting paid for it. Then obviously things happened, and then it went away. It came out of my life. But as I say, there's got to be a way. Now I secretly know this, and then so do all the other conscious minds, because if you've got the conscious child, you're already doing it. You're already putting the time and energy into it. But it has to be based on things like having mother and father around all the time. Kid needs time. Also needs the right food and nutrition. You need to help that brain develop. You need to help it. We need to be not filling it full of toxic material that, especially a young specimen. I mean, fair enough, an adult can survive a couple of bad meals. Poor little children, man, they've only been alive on this planet between the age of 0 and whatever age. They're not ready for all this junk. It's horrible to feed the kids these fast food outlets. I mean, the worst that Hagen's ever got is chips. Fries. I mean, it's vegan baby's best friend, he says, when they're out and about. But, yeah, and then need to put that time into something special and incredible. The education, they want to be definitely looking at something like Montessori, which basically is no, I don't want to say no structure, but no form of punishment, no form of reward either. It's just literally watching that child, what he wants to do and where he wants to go, And then the support teachers will promote it, pursue it. They're not going to say, no, you can't go there. It's all about, very low numbers in a class. Low numbers in a class, so like 5 or 6, between 5 and 10 rather than 30, which was in my class back in the day. So as I say, the teachers can give more of that time to the kids. Sorry, the young people. So there we go. It works. I've been to a Montessori school. Hagen's about to go there at some point this year when there's a space for him. And the vibe, the harmony within that outlet is just kids actually want to go there. The young people want to be there. And they took us into a classroom where the older young people were between like 4 and 11. And so it might be 6 to 11, it might be. And they invited us in, showing us around, and these young people they were saying, what have you done today? It was like, I came in, I wanted to do my 10 times table, so we learnt it. So and so over here wanted to read, and it was just like, it's just next level beings. This is what we want. This is where the conscious minds come from. This is amazing. Mainstream education will only kick out a very tiny percentage of these super conscious minds. We need to get in there basically and devise some kind of not structure, program maybe. No, I don't want to say program, but material that can be implemented within that construct that actively promotes the young people to discover what they want to pursue, not what the system wants out of them. I say I'm not crazy. I just want the best for the planet. I don't want this next generation of children to be as bad as this generation of people and the generation before and etc. Because we've constantly stripped the earth of the nutrition, and we're damaging, we're dropping bombs, and the people are not doing anything about it. Now, 1s and 2s can't do anything about it. They're powerless against the big machine. Everybody. If we have the growing number of people, I mean, we're already on the route to shut the meat industry down. I mean, veganism's doubling every year. It's only going to take a few years for us to become the majority force in the universe. And once, let's say, the meat and dairy industry last year lost over £100 million. In fact, it was more than that. I don't know what the actual figures were. They won't do that for 5 years. They won't lose that amount of money for over 5 years. If they do, they'll have to change it drastically. They're already playing devious tactics because the free-from industry was up hundreds of millions of pounds. Alpro alone, Alpro the company, was up 100 million plus. So let's say the US FDA, whatever they call, they're already asking for non-dairy milks to not be called milk, to change the name, because they feel threatened. They are genuinely threatened now. So, say the right things are happening in the smaller numbers. We just need the catalyst now. We need the supercharged minds to come in. I say we need the next generation, put the time and the love into them. And they won't just be, let's say, watch them seeds flower. They won't just be plants, they'll be trees, they'll be standing taller than the rest. They watch them go. So that's my message for today. If you've got any young children in your life, whether it be, you're a parent or you're an uncle or you're cousins or whatever, and you see them a lot, just encourage them to follow their own dreams, follow the path. And if they say, "Oh, can we go do this and that?" never say no. Always put the time into them.